I started coming to St. Andrew as a child. My mother moved in with my grandparents who live in the neighborhood. So this was close enough for her to walk to. And I actually moved away when I was in my 20s so that I could be with my husband because we had gotten married. And when I came back, I was going through a divorce and I was looking for a place that was going to remind me a little bit of my childhood, but also help me to grow as an individual. And so that's what brought me back into St. Andrew.
We have family members that are LGBTQ, and we also helped with our church back in Lompoc start a Lompoc Pride Association when we were there. So this has been kind of a long-term cause for us.
Being part of the LGBTQ community is already difficult enough to navigate within our cultures and within our families, but neither of us have experienced a church that was welcoming, not just to who we are, but who we love. And so it's really important for us that St. Andrews is affirming, because we know that we're not just going to be tolerated, we're going to be loved and celebrated.
Being open and affirming and going through the process, you're telling the world that you're committed to it, committed to an idea and a philosophy and a way of life through your religion and your faith. And I think it's a necessary thing if you're going to do that, because being gay, binary, trans, all of that stuff requires people to step outside of their comfort zones.
It's a way for us to not only broadcast to everyone that this is how we feel, but it's a way for us to hold ourselves accountable to live within that. And for me, with kids growing up, that they're able to be who they are and to live in their own truth without having to feel that they need to hide anything.
I've met a lot of people, and I have no objections to them. That's their life, and they can do what they want to. But we are friends, and that means a lot.
Personally, growing up in a church where you weren't really judged for anything made me just a very non-judgmental person overall, and it also allowed me to feel safe with telling people about things.
Affirming, and it was important for me, number one, to have an open and affirming church where myself as well as my relationship could be openly celebrated and accepted. And it was important for me to have a church that not only attempted to live a Christ-like presence with one another in embracing the neighbor, but also in embracing looking outside of our own backyard to the greater world. So outreach was very important for me. So it was a combination of all those things, and what has kept me here has been the people, as well as the sense of not only a oneness in our endeavors to reach out, but as far as being a church that's involved in social justice issues, very important for me, and being an open and affirming church, and a church that's progressive in its Christianity.
We have a space where we can share our faith as well.
Yeah, we can hold hands during service. We can give each other goodbye kisses or good morning kisses, and no one is gonna bat an eye. If we think about marriage, we know that we're welcomed here. It's just, we feel part of the community. We don't feel alienated, and we don't feel like we need to walk on eggshells around everyone when it comes to just being who we are. We've been together for 5 years, so how we are at home, can often be really different how we are in public, especially with the political climate today. So to know that whether we're at home or at church, we can just be ourselves is really wonderful.
Right.
I think for me, the big question is why wouldn't a church be open and affirming? And any excuse not to be, to me, just doesn't hold any water at all. And like I say, it's one thing to say you are, but it's another thing to be it and show it. And like I say, why wouldn't you be?
Well, I like the fellowship, and I've met so many new people in the church, and they come and talk to me every Sunday, and that makes me feel that they're at home.
So we truly believe that no matter who you are or where you are on your journey, you're welcome here. And you can be free and comfortable to be yourself without having to hide anything about you, no flaws.
One thing that I really enjoy being in St. Andrews is that I can be involved. Of course, with being open and affirming, a lot of churches aren't able to give us roles in the church, so it's really helpful that St. Andrews does. So I love to volunteer, so that really does help that St. Andrews does that with us.
I also love how just welcoming they are. Like, we're from two different cultures, two different backgrounds, and that didn't matter. Didn't matter that we were part of the LGBTQ community. It didn't matter that we were both women. We were welcomed with open arms. Everyone was so loving the first day. Welcome, how are you doing? Like, everyone was just so nice. And also how encouraging they are of the youth and the children. Oh my goodness. Like, kids in here have crazy colored hair. They are super outgoing, even the shy ones. They're very involved, and you can just tell how loved they are in the way that they kind of function in the church. So I loved that. I thought that was wonderful.
Same with that, yeah.
You know, I enjoy it here. I look forward to coming, and I can't say I have always done that with church. I'm not a churched person. I don't come from that background at all. You know, I came up as an angry person about church.
We loved it from the time we come in and start talking about it. It was home to us.
We're like, wow, this church is really affirming.
Yeah, from day one, for
From
sure.
day
Yeah.
one.
Just feels like family.
Anyone's welcome. Just show up and you're already family.